We left off Dalit in Mishna Berura, page 317. It said a person who's not able to hear the Megillah immediately after the fast, and he can't wait to break his fast because it's going to be too late, he can already read the Megillah on Tiny Esther after Plag HaMincha. After Plag HaMincha. He's going to have somebody, after he finishes reading the Megillah in the shul, somebody's going to come to his house to read the Megillah on his behalf. An hour and a quarter before nightfall. Since within a halacha context, that's considered night, as we discussed yesterday. Even one says Havdalah on Shabbos. After Plag, one is Yotzei. B'diavad Yotzei. Linya Tfilas Arvish Yochel Ispal Bismanahu Chashvina Lo Lailo Gam Linzei Dav Mariv. After Plag, it's valid. Dav Mariv before Plag, it's not a valid Mariv. Aval Osa Lechol. I'm Mogan Rav Shem Masik. The Dafka Achil Osa. Because this was bothering me yesterday. It says, you want to eat something, just have a small snack, a small amount. You're permitted. Even if the time of Kriya Shema comes, you're permitted. See, in the morning, you're not permitted to eat, not because you're not permitted to eat before you say Kriya Shema. That's a separate question. It's based on the post that says, Lo sochal al adam. Lo sochal al adam. You should not eat before you pray for your own life. It's an arrogance. If a person can't go further, health reason, then you can eat. But if you're already eating, that means you value yourself more than you value God. I come first, then we'll talk to you. That's lo sochal kodesh tispalo al adam. Before you pray for your own life, you shouldn't eat. It's a disrespect. That in the morning, it's even a small amount. Even it's not something which is substantial. But during the day, it's a question of doing a mitzvah. When the time of mitzvah comes, you should first do the mitzvah and then eat. But that's only because we're concerned that once you begin eating, you may forget about the mitzvah. So if something which is not substantial, just a bite, tasting something, it's not a problem. So if you want to have a cup of coffee before Kriyas Megillah, of course, just to revive yourself, you're permitted to have the cup of coffee. Okay? The laws aval tima bal mishari bal kain tov yoseh lohokel lisha zeh. We're speaking with a fast. He says the reason why he's reading the Megillah after Plag, because it's too late for him to wait until the Balkari finishes in shul and comes to his house. So we asked yesterday, so let him have a drink, let him have just a small bite. It's permitted. Because here it's no different. Kriya Shema. Zman Kriya Shema comes, you want to have a small bite, you're permitted to have a small bite. No. The case that Mechaber is speaking. A man, if he has to wait till the Balkari comes after he lanes in shul, he's not going to be able to hold out. Therefore, he's permitted to listen to Megillah already after Plag. We asked yesterday, let the man have a small bite. Not to eat anything substantial, which is permitted, because this is the Kriya Shema. So that's what he's addressing right now. Magen Avram says, what's not permitted to Achiva? But to Ima, as he says, Al Kain Yosetov, Lahokalisha Zeshitam Kodem Kriyas Megillah. It's the leniency, it's better he should eat now a small amount, rather than read the Megillah after Plag. After Plag, we're talking, there's an extreme b'di'evet. Here, B'chodesh, he criticized very seriously what the Magen Avram is saying, the B'chodesh. Now the commentator in Shulchan Aruch. That Korban says, hear this? He says, if you read Megillah after Plag, you're not Yotze whatsoever. He's arguing. Yeah, he's arguing with what the Mechaber says. 1 second. Die to come says cover in the Yotze Klal. I feel b'di'evet. Chemash das agro biro. I feel tima in the hokel el tzof godel. For some reason, I don't know, they're giving some special value to Kriyas Megillah more than Kriya Shema. He says unless it's a tzorah godel, person has no choice. The person feels he's passing out. Only then he should eat. Dahainu cholek tzas o mimsanav atainus koshelo. The shir tima hainu bekebeyo pas. Timo's eating nothing more than 2 ksesim of bread. You want to eat a bagel. Half a bagel would be permitted. It's less than a beyo. O mashkin kishir beyo. Kosbri megorim fidasa prichodesh afil ben hashmoshes ein likros. Not only should you not read after Plag, even ben hashmoshes. V'di'evedim korbein hashmoshes gamkin mistapik shom. Because it's so Rabban Lakula. Chris Megillah is on Rabbanon. So bein hashmoshes in twilight period is a question whether it's day or night. So if you're ready, you read. So you go Lakula, you say, okay, you Yotzei, because it may have been night. Even then, imlo ba'onis v'echer godel yesh l'tzad. He says, unless a person has no choice, the person is not going to have a Megillah whatsoever. Only then could you rely on this leniency. Because the Chayyim is going according to the position of the Goyim. The Vilna Gaon says, the Gra, you can't read after Plag HaMitzvah. It has to be nightfall. So he says, let's say a person started one pasuk before nightfall, and he reads in nightfall, you're not Yotzei. Because they're arguing with the Mechaber. They're all arguing with the Shulchan Aruch. If you hold, you could read it b'di'evet after Plag. So even if you read it before nightfall, you start a pasuk before nightfall. B'di'evet, it was saying it's valid. Ubali brocha, v'ayim shari tshuva, sheva b'yos b'ir alocha, d'b'kovok b'hameka l'chol d'yoledes l'makri osim b'ojom k'tzas. Yesh al mi lismoch, he says, a woman has just given birth, which really you have no choice, or a person's not well. He says you could rely on the Shittas HaMechaber, on the Mechaber's position that after Plag you could read the Megillah on their behalf. You're always reading the Megillah when you mean the person physically. He's not able. So everybody reads the Megillah, you're fasting. Right? It's always after Tiny Esther. So you're always fasting, right? We're talking about the 14th versus the 13th. The man can't wait to break his fast. He has to eat early, eat in time. Can't wait that long. So could you read the Megillah even before the 14th starts? That's how we're discussing it. Chaber says you can. After Plag, the Vilna Gaon, the Chayyim, all these people, they disagree. And the Pri Chodesh, they say you're not Yotzei if you read it before nightfall. Not only you're not Yotzei, even Bein HaShmoshes you may not be Yotzei. Where it's a question, it may even be night. It's because it's not definite night.
So why can't you have, if you read it at night, not Plag, right after Mara, why can't you have it publicly?
Welcome Ram says you can.
Right, but why is it that we're told that if the reading of the Megillah is the start of Purim, why are we not eating?
No, start of Purim is no. Start of Purim is not the reading of the Megillah. Start of Purim is nighttime. Nighttime on the 14th, that's the start of Purim. Right, so that's why you read the Megillah. That's the discussion.
Well, but why are we waiting until after the Megillah to eat?
Because you have a mitzvah. No, because you're not permitted to eat when a mitzvah is incumbent upon you. It's a disrespect for the mitzvah. So first you have to execute your obligation, then we talk about eating. You know, you didn't dam mar. Let's feast. We'll talk about Mariva later. It's a disrespect. For some reason here, there'll be more machmin in Kriyashma. Tima ba'almo, less than, not eating more than a beyo. No, you're not permitted, no. Comes from Kriyashma. And we're speaking where this comes up every Friday night now. Right? You go to shul, they daven early. Time you come home, it's Man Kriyashma. What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to say Kriyashma before you say Kiddush. Right? It depends how late you daven. But if you daven at a time where by the time you come home, you're already holding at the bordering, you have to wait. If you're within a half an hour of your obligation, you have to wait for this man. You have to say Kriyashma before you say Kiddush. Mishna Berura says, b'di'evet, since according to the Shittas HaTosas, after Plag you could be Yotze Kriyashma, and you said Kriyashma, that's why you Yotze. So therefore, b'di'evet you could say you could eat. You're not Yotzei Mara before Plag. So that's what he says. You could rely, but it's a real extreme b'di'evet. Most people, they don't. You know, either you daven very early, so by the time you start the meal, it's not Zman Kriyashma. So once you start, then you can continue till you finish. And when you finish, you say Kriyashma. If you say you bench, then you say Kriyashma afterwards. But if you get home and you're holding within the half an hour of Kriyashma, then you're not permitted to say Kiddush. So what you do is you delay. You say Shalom Aleichem, Eishes Chayil, and then afterwards you say Kriyashma, and then you say Kiddush. Correct. You bench and then you say Kriyashma. Because it's Torah Sheni Torah Birchas Mosins first, right? Eat 3 meals a day. You know, but factually, in reality, right? Kriyishma is twice, not more than twice a day. Benching is minimally twice a day. So therefore, they're equal, and maybe more. It's more tadir. You have 3 times. It's more tadir. Benching is more tadir than it's more often, frequent. What's more frequent takes precedence over less frequent. Okay, let's see the Chovos HaLevavos. Let's just say the Raisa. And benching is both the Raisa. That's what when it comes to Sphira goes last. Sphira is Drabonon. Right? So you give benching, Kriyishma, Sphira Somer. No. What does big crowd have to do with this? They have to say Kriyishma also. Unless you only have women there. I got it. Yeah, of course, you say all 3 paragraphs. You have a chiyuv, 3 paragraphs.
So is it a preference to go summertime to go to the latest opinion?
Well, it's always better to say Kriyishma Bismano. It's best to say Kriyishma in its time together with the Birchas Kriyishma. But something, it's a hardship. You can't do it. You have guests, you have children, you can't keep them up that late. Not later than 9 o'clock. Later. Right? Now it is later. You Kriyishma Bismana today, time you get home, you don't start the meal till 9:45. You can't start a meal 9:45 at night.
But this is right. Israel is the furthest eastern time zone. Some start 10 o'clock.
Well, there you have even Plag. It's not so simple. Plag is much later also.
Yeah.
So I mean, even you'd have an early Ma'ariv, you're still going to come home late. Yeah. Rolling 210 bottom paragraph. Chovos HaLevavos 210. ומרב תופה אלוקים על האודום ששמו רו על שאר החיים המזיקים.